This is the KastKing V10LS. It's a line spooling station rod rack that can be used for storing your combos. It can be used for spooling spinning reels, for spooling casting reels, and you can store other accessories on it as well. Lots of cool features, so let me take you through all the details. You notice I got the rod rack loaded up with spinning combos, casting combos, and even a large catfish combo with a recon reel on it. So you can store nearly any size combo on this rod rack, and you have plenty of room to get it on and off. You can see in the bottom we've got these cups that we mount opposite directions, and what that does is changes the height of the reel relative to the combo right next to it. So it's easy to take off a combo without interfering with the other rods and put it back on again. Makes it very easy and convenient to use. You can see on the lower rod rack we also have a built-in shelf. So you can use this to store pliers, fishing line, maybe some baits or other small tools. Just gives you another place to store some of your smaller accessories and or baits. The upper rod rack has these retainers built into it. So there's a foam insert with a slot in it, so it's very easy to pull out a rod and push it back in. And this is going to capture the top of the rod, so it's going to keep your combo from falling off the rod rack. And this is a line spooling fixture that we mount on the rod rack for spooling up spinning reels without any line twist. And then behind it you can see we've got a metal shaft that you can use to store several different spools of line. And it's also used for spooling up casting or spinning reels. And it's very easy to get out. You just simply push the rod all the way to the left, then lift up the right hand side. Then you can pull the shaft out to put a new spool on. Then to put it back down, you put the left side in first, into the slot, push it back, and then drop the right side down and pull it to the right, and that'll lock it in place so your spools aren't going to go anywhere. If you're going to spool up a casting reel, the first thing you need to do is remove the T-handle from the spooling fixture and just set it aside for now. Tighten down with this sliding collar to apply tension to the line itself. Then you want to take the shaft off of the upper rod rack, run it through your spool, then you put the shaft back into the upper rod rack, then you run your line through the eyelet in the spooling fixture, and then you run it through at least your first line guide in your rod, back to your reel, tie off to your reel, and then you can start cranking your reel and filling up your casting reel with fishing line. If you're going to spool up a spinning reel, the first thing you need to do is put the line boss tension band on the spool of line you're going to use. Tighten down with the collar to get the tension that you need to start spooling. Next, we want to remove one of the retainers in the upper rod rack and put the line spooling fixture in its place. So to do that, push on the left side of the retainer and it rotates clockwise, and you just lift it out and you can set it aside for now. So you just push it down, then move it to the right, and it locks in place. You can quickly put the spool on, and then you just turn the shaft 3/4 of a turn, and it locks in place so the spool's not going to come off. Then you take your line, run it through the line guide on the spooling fixture, then back through the stripper guide of your rod, then back to your reel, tie it off, and then you can start spooling up your spinning reel with fishing line. The KastKing V10LS line spooling station rod rack. You can store up to 10 combos in only 18 inches of wall space. You can also store fishing line. We have a shelf down below where you can store other accessories, tools, or fishing line. You can spool up casting reels. You can spool up spinning reels. This is a very efficient way to manage all your tackle. If you have a lot of tackle, you need to go check out the V10LS from KastKing.